Serbia has anti-LGBTQ plus parade to protest planned gay pride in Belgrade. The Serbian Orthodox Church led an anti-LGBTQ procession on Sunday against the EuroPride march that's slated for September 17th. The EuroPride march was supposed to take place in the Serbian capital of Belgrade, which is also where the anti-LGBTQ protest was held. Thousands of religious and right-wing protesters were a part of the rally. Some of the church's bishops said that the Pride event threatens family values, a sentiment shared amongst many of the protesters. One of the banners at the event read, "Save our children and family." Many of the protesters were carrying crosses as if to imply that being LGBTQ was a social curse. Others joined Sunday's march, chanting slogans in support of far-right or nationalist causes. At the same time, Serbian President Aleksandar Vučić said on Saturday that they would either be canceling or postponing the EuroPride march. He said it will happen, but in some other and happier time. The president cited reasons such as threats from far-right activists as the reason behind this cancellation. The move has been met with international criticism, with UN Representative Francois Jacob saying, quote, "It would go against Serbia's international human rights commitments," end quote. This isn't the first time a Serbian government has behaved so rashly. Governments in the past have banned pride parades, even though the decisions to do so drew criticism from human rights groups and others. But recent pride marches in the country have been more peaceful, with Copenhagen being the host in 2021. Events like this and anti-LGBTQ pride parade may destroy Serbia's chances to join the European Union, as membership requires certain demands to be met, including an improvement on their rules of law and their human rights and minority rights records. But we do have breaking news, which is that President Vučić has actually canceled the parade, which is a sad moment for Serbia, but certainly protecting and safeguarding the participants who would have been in harm's way.
Did you see all those people protesting? That was a huge parade. And if you saw some of the pictures, they scared me as an ex-Catholic, because there was a lot of crosses, there was a lot of nuns, there was a lot of people like dressed in kind of that gear. And I mean, I don't know. It was just very, very scary, So I understand why the president canceled the Pride event, for safety of our people. I get it. It's just sad. And no, they shouldn't be part of the EU. Of course they shouldn't. No.
90% of the population of Serbia is what religion?
Serbian Orthodox.
Yes.
Yeah. And those hot Orthodox priests.
Really, that's what you got from it.
Oh my God.
That's what we're talking about, Greg.
Please. I mean,
you woke up. Greg woke up.
Given its proximity to hateful Hungary, which is just above it, this all makes perfect sense. Yeah. That this is it's a trickle down. Talk about trickle down. We're seeing it in action. Yeah. That's what it is.
Now, I've been to World Pride events, and they're a magical time to celebrate. And to have the concern that right-wing groups might be worrisome for me. So I would rather go to a place that's more welcoming and embracing of our community.
This is disappointing, especially to me, because the church organized, which was behind this parade, they blew a dog whistle and they knew exactly what they were doing. We are going to mimic exactly what they're going to do on September 17th, which is to have a march that becomes a parade. We're going to do the exact same thing to say why you shouldn't do it. And that's why it's interesting to me that you said this was scary to watch. They absolutely intended for it to be scary to watch because they're blowing a dog whistle. The other thing that I just want to broadly say, we're listening to the Serbian president very carefully. Everyone in LGBT America, in Western Europe, in the UK are listening very carefully. We'll see on the reschedule, we will see if you pursue happier times, which is one of the comments that he made. In his statement this morning on the cancellation, it wasn't that. It was, it's canceled. And that's that.
Period.
It is canceled, period. It's interesting because Serbia is going to suffer tremendously. We continue to discuss, we've done so many stories on Poland and Hungary. Hungary is being punished for their stand. Poland is in retrenchment of the way they initiated it. They initiated it before Hungary did. It has cost them millions and millions and millions of dollars of this. And it's not LGBT victory. That's not what's going on. We are the example of what the union is making of Poland and Hungary. It is their social and civil rights policies. And to be a member of the union, there is universal agreement that you agree to the civil and human rights of your citizens. There's no right-wing GOP, there's no Newsmax, there's no Fox News that says, we're going to help convince you to hate, because you can't in the union. And Poland and Hungary are suffering from this. Serbia has even more to lose because of their desire to move into the union. So you better walk carefully because it's going to have substantial effects and financial effects on you if you're not careful.
And maybe they should wake up and join that woke movement that DeSantis talks about. And speaking about woke, okay, let's.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Lara are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out television network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.